Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. Traffic is lighter than normal today, but be aware of construction on Kellogg in both directions between K96 and the Butler County line. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Good morning. It's going to be a mostly sunny Monday with near normal temperatures, high 91. Average high today is 92. East winds 5 to 10. Clear and comfortable tonight. Overnight low in the upper 60s. Sunny. Southeast winds 5 to 15 and lower 90s on your Tuesday. A little bit hotter on Wednesday. High in the mid 90s with a chance of storms coming in late Wednesday night. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
The WNBA keeps growing. They celebrated its 30th anniversary, so they released a promotional poster. They did not have Caitlin Clark on a promotional poster to celebrate 30 years. That'd be like if the NBA put out one and they didn't put Wemby in there. Caitlin Clark didn't make it.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays from 11 until 2 on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
You love sports. We love sports. This isn't casual. This is commitment.
Sports Radio KFH.
Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albrock. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next, exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Flo Balogun is back. FIFA gave America its birthday present a day late, but it's sweet nonetheless. They wiped out Balogun's red card, making him eligible to play in Team USA's match tonight against Belgium. Now it's time to see if Balogun can lead Team USA to a place they haven't been in 24 years, the round of 8 in the World Cup on Denton Day.
Jim Rome.
With the 22nd pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select LeBaron Philon Jr. from the University of Alabama.
The Philadelphia, quick, slap a Philadelphia 70 selector hat on that guy. Damn, Powder, what did you have before you got up there? Do some box breathing technique, slow down, get it right, get some vitamin D, for God's sake. How many times do we have to cover that? Go out and get some sun.
The Philadelphia 70 selectors
perform. Every time our kids come in the room and you're on the screen, I make them cover their eyes. And they're 21 and they're 25 now. Dang ears. I cover my own eyes.
Jim Rome, afternoons at 2 on 97.5 and 1240 KFH, Wichita's most listened to sports radio. Tell your smart speaker to play 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Last game was going to be, I believe, in Portland. Larry was well known for predicting what he was going to do. They asked Larry, well, so what do you got in store? He said, I'm going to play this game left-handed. And they said, yeah, right. He played the entire game left-handed, and he had a triple-double.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
Left hand, right hand, both hands, squared with 37. Mikhail yells out, hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed.
Max with a little Larry Bird off the top ropes. Okay, Max, that's a call back to last week's discussion. We hear you. We hear you. Welcome into Sports Daily, everybody. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland here on a Monday morning. Glad to be with you on a Monday morning. Go Team USA. We get the U.S. soccer team with some news yesterday that we'll dig into is the big story today here on KFH Radio. If you want to chime in on that or anything, 869-1240 is the number to call. You can hit us on our video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X. It's all available for you. We're glad that you are with us here this morning. However it is you're taking us in, the video streams, also on 12 News Connected, also via the Odyssey app in our podcast form if you're listening that way. We appreciate all of it, no matter what. Sports on Tap brought to you by Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring America's Day American Pale Ale. For 250 years, Americans have brewed beer, and in 2026, WBC's America Day Pale Ale carries the flag as we toast the red, white, and blue with a taste of freedom, reminding us that it's America's Day every day at WBC, including today, TJ, when the Americans take the field against Belgium. Now, Belgium's a rival here. We got to get fired up for this. We got to get hyped. They've beat us 6 times in a row. Every time we've played them since 1930, we've lost to the damn Belgians. Let's go.
Jacob, it's called the pitch. It's not a field.
Not right here. It's not. It's the
Lumen.
field.
Have you heard the
Zero.
jokes that they're the best part about it is that it's in Seattle, which is called Lumen Field, but they can't call it Lumen Field. So is it Seattle Field or Seattle Stadium, or is it just field, generic field in the Pacific Northwest?
Is it Seattle pitch?
Maybe. That's the question to ask.
No, we're in America. We just celebrated our 250th birthday.
That's right.
We're
We have
gonna
all
use
10
miles.
fingers.
We're
We
gonna-
need to do it. We need to do a check before we start here. We 10 fingers, 10 toes. Are we all good?
Yeah, we're all safe. All safe.
Okay.
We kept it pretty. We kept it pretty tame for the 4th for us at our house. Had a little incident last year that has really just made me not. I don't know, man. It makes me so nervous to light mortars in the middle of a neighborhood. And I'm telling you right now, I love fireworks. Grew up going nuts with fireworks, but we lived out in the country. It's always put me a little on edge to be like in not just in city limits, but just like on a neighborhood street, firing them off. And I had an incident last year where I'm like, all right, that's it. We're not doing that anymore. So we kept it. So we had just some poppers, some snakes. We did. But good news for us is we went out to the Crestview show, of course, which I've told you about. Shout out to Crestview for their party of the year. Pool all day. Played a little golf that morning. But their fireworks show this year, I think it's the best one they've had. It's unbelievable. Every year, it's always so good. We lucked out with the weather. It was great. They did a great job as always. You survived it?
We did. I was volunteered to help with the lighting process, and it was big family show, and a bunch of people pitched in and everything like that. There was a process. There was documents of these will go off for this. It was a show. It was like pyrotechnics. It was impressive. I was down there, trying to cover my face because it was windy, but we got it done. We got the fireworks set off. Got the applause from the family as they walk back to the house. That's what it's all about. We do it for the fans. So
that's right. Now, are you guys just lighting them old school with the lighter, or are you doing all the?
Well, we tried. We tried the kitchen lighter. The thing you used to light your candles with. Too windy, didn't work. Had to go with the little the little torches that use for your cigars, basically.
Yeah.
I
think the trick now on the big shows is that's all done like Bluetooth switches and all kinds of crazy stuff. That's how when we were out in the country, everyone brought their stuff to our house. So it was a show whether you wanted it to be or not. Everybody just lit their stuff. Now it's a different experience. It's also different. I'm going to tell you right now with kids. That's the entire time you just sit there a little afraid that your kids are going to do something stupid. And so it was great though. A lot of great neighborhood shows, and then the big show. It's 4th of July. It's 2:50. Man, I'm so excited for the game tonight. So bummed for Mexico last night, but so excited.
There's only one host nation left. Will we get a host team in the quarterfinals?
Mexico should have won that game last night.
That game was crazy.
I can't believe they didn't finish that up. They're good too. That's what kills you is they're really good. Like they're good. USA is playing crazy, and we're playing with our hair caught on fire. But Mexico's like a top 10 team in the world. Had them right there on the ropes. I cannot believe England did that. That was crazier than what the Americans did 10 versus 11 the other day, because the Americans just went down and scored again. England just sat there and just took body blow after body blow and held it together. The World Cup continues to deliver and be really good. We'll get into the Balogun decision in the next segment as we dig way in on it. But if you missed it yesterday, you missed that Balogun's going to play. For whatever reason, FIFA decided to change its mind. Probably should have done that on July 4th. Would have been a little more dramatic. But that's okay. We'll take it. And now we get our best goal scorer back. I'm reading this morning because, of course, I am. Now people are mad because maybe the president had something to do with it. I'm like, guys, stop for just 5 seconds. America got its best player back. Can we just stop right there? Can you just enjoy that? Like, can we just have that moment without it becoming this political discussion? Like, FIFA literally let Ronaldo play on a red card right in this tournament, I think. Like, this isn't some unprecedented, like, just stop. It was a terrible call. It was a horrible call. Everybody knows it was a horrible call, and they got it right. Who cares how they got it right? They got it right. I'd be pissed if the president didn't call FIFA. Like, we got Balogun back. Let's not make this. Can we not ruin this? Can we not ruin this, TJ? Like we ruin everything, please.
My favorite thing that I've seen from this so far, I'll steal a bit of it for this, is that, Sports Talk Radio just lived and died on Brendan Sorsby eligibility talk. That finally went out the windows. What about Flo Balogun eligibility talk? Let's hit that.
That's right. That's right. And we will right after the break. But they get
this back. This is like a double segment. Monday after a holiday weekend, we get a bombshell of a World Cup story about our home country. We're gonna milk this for an hour.
We are, especially because the circumstances are interesting. They are interesting. I can't believe FIFA did something controversial. Okay, they just kind of do whatever they want anyway. But the Americans get their guy back. And again, now you got to use, I joked yesterday, I was like, he's got to score 4 goals now. Like he can't, like, he better do something now. Belgium, have you realized how much Belgium's just taken it to us for a lifetime? Belgium has just killed us. We're like 1-6, haven't won since 1930. And you'll remember 2014. That's who busted us. That was the Tim Howard game. Extra time.
Yeah, that's right.
They've been our thorn in our side forever. So now I'm kind of fired up. That's who we're playing. They almost lost their game. Who was that they almost lost to? And we got a huge upset. I was bummed at the time. And I'm like, man, we should have had the easier matchup. And now I kind of want Belgium, especially now that Balogun's back. We'll talk about the decision there by FIFA. He comes back in. And he plays tonight. And we'll talk about it next on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
All right, we come back in, everybody. Glad to be here with you. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care celebrating 60 years in Wichita, providing expert lawn care for a healthy lawn, tree and shrub care, and bedweed control since 1966. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care will hit U.S. men's soccer tonight and the decision there. We had Darren Peterson go ballistic in a summer league debut. We had a pitcher in Major League Baseball pulled with a perfect game after 7. So some other things to get to today, not to worry. But we will have Royals news here for you, including some horrible injury news for the Royals, I believe, that came down since the last time we've been on the air. We've got Big 12 Media Days today to get to, so plenty of things. But the story of the day, really the sports story of the weekend, came yesterday with the announcement that Flo Balogun is going to be allowed to play in tonight's game. I look around this morning, Reuters, FIFA takes a tough stance on government interference. This is not a very good look for U.S. soccer. And I've seen that. I'm like, hang on. Was this a bad call or was this not a bad call? Should Flo Balogun be playing or should he not be playing? I mean, let's start there because I have not seen anybody say that the right call was made. Not one person. Why are we upset anybody that FIFA got the call right. I can't get past that on this.
Yeah.
Like, are you really going to let politics ruin your World Cup fun?
I think the first place to start, that is a side story, but I think the bigger side story is that, if the questions will now be asked about this of saying, if Flo Balogun was from Bosnia, would he get his red card overturned? Or
I don't know.
Fill in the blank country. If he played for Belgium and this happened, would they do that? If you were
They
an
literally
American,
did it for Ronaldo, TJ, earlier in the tournament.
yeah, but that's not the same.
It is the same. They used the same clause to pull a red card from him earlier in the tournament to let him play in the knockout in the group
precedent,
stage.
yes, but that was a separate. It's in the same tournament. It has happened one other time where they have said that happened in 1962 for a Brazil star. He had a red card suspended and was allowed to play in the final. And people, as you can imagine, lost their marbles about it because they're basically letting them have the treatment, the favorable treatment in the finals, and blah 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 blah. So this is, my first thought whenever I see this yesterday, I see this headline is wow, that's awesome. He's going to get to play. That's huge for the Americans. Two, if I was from Belgium, I would be punching walls that they are going to let them do that.
At the end of the day, the right call was made. I ask most people this way, and I hope people know how fiercely politically independent I am. But if your first reaction to this is to get mad at President Trump, you have to, if you can also, with a lie detector on, tell me you'd be equally mad if President Obama made that call and got the call overturned, then okay, I'll listen to it. But that you can't let your politics get involved in your fun. That is not a fun place to be.
I think that if you're having that conversation, it needs to be the other way. I think that needs to be, if you're from Belgium, you're like, are you for real? We're just going to let them do that? Like that, just because of that, right? That's where that conversation immediately goes. There is the people that are being
I guess he's friendly with the FIFA president. I don't know. What did I tell you right after the call? I said, man, I hope the president calls him, because it was a bad call. Yeah. Like, it was a crap call. It was. And it remained to be. And it was like they're being stubborn about this. Now, I also need to fully admit, I don't understand soccer that much. I don't understand the rules and the history of the World Cup that much. But I'm not going to look to FIFA for the moral high ground either. They put a tournament in Qatar, right? Like, this isn't some philanthropic, wonderful organization of high moral character. It's a money machine and an engine. Just from a financial and business sense, it was a really stupid call. You can't take America's best player away on a bad call when they're still in the tournament, probably making you more money than you've ever made before.
Yeah.
It was a stupid business decision, let alone a stupid soccer decision.
So there's the part of this as well where, if the United States, what if it now, it's not apples to apples again, but this is, what if the Chiefs lost Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship, and for some reason, I don't even know the comparison to make here. He couldn't play in the Super Bowl because of a decision that was made by the NFL. And then a day before the game, the NFL was like, no, he can play. Like, imagine the outrage of all the other teams, and I get that. They absolutely should be outraged because of this thing. My question becomes then is, in this scenario, Patrick Mahomes throws for 400 yards and the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Every single fan across the world will forever, the Astros cheated. And it's not cheating.
They already do that with the Chiefs. They already did that with the Patriots. Like that, like, you're going to have, like, people are going to be mad at the decision if it negatively affects their team. People already think there's cheating, and the Chiefs have paid off the refs and all that. We talk about that every week.
No.
So it's not like, again, at the end of the day, and where I land with all of this is, they got the call right now. Like, if it was the wrong call and this happened, I'm with everybody else. Yep. Right, with the hater, not everybody else, because I do think probably 80% of people this morning are excited that the call. Here's what's so funny about that decision. It comes down, universally everybody's fired up, right? Yes, that's the right call. We got him back. Everything's great. And then like 6 hours later, you find out the president made a call to FIFA, whether or not that made it or didn't make the decision. Now half those people are like, oh, I cannot believe that they would do this. But nobody was mad before that FIFA had never done this before, that FIFA, like, whatever. Like, that's what makes it so stupid to me. Like, okay, now you don't like it? Get out of here with that.
So now this is where my mind goes with this as well. Whenever I heard the news, is that, America has, since the red card had been given, turned their brains to be like, we don't need them. It's fine. We're gonna go beat them without them. And then now
your brain that way.
I did, absolutely. I
know
did.
that I did. I was pretty worried. I've been pretty worried.
So
I've watched Pepe or whatever his name is miss like 96 chances in the middle of the goal, and I'm like, I don't know, man. That feels like we need that guy.
Now it turns into this, and that my point that I was making before is that now the Americans had this thing to be like, it's like FIFA screwed us, but we're gonna go win without him anyways. And then now you get Balogun, and then if you go win, it's like, all right, sure, we'll take him, I guess, right? It's just a weird ground to be in. And now where I'm going with this is that the Americans forever in the World Cup have been, they're this punchy team. They're kind of fun. Like, it's fun to root for them. And even like other countries, like in the Olympics, other countries hate America, like, because they win all the time and things of that sort. And soccer, it always just felt like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, they could get a win every now and then. It's all right. This, like, immediately they're going to be the villains for a long time if they win. Even if they just win this game and lose the next game, they will forever be the villains for a long time.
We already are.
That's what I'm saying. But in soccer, we weren't. Now we will.
Well, I mean, I think we are because of the jealousy factor, which has been the best part of the World Cup, is how fond and how warm so many people who are. That's what I think, honestly. Like, that's what bugs me about the negativity toward it that I keep seeing this morning, because I didn't see any of that when this news came down, right? None of that was there. Like, everybody was just excited. Now people have to, pretend like they're mad about this, that have never watched soccer before, by the way. They're just mad because it has, we get to go political with this. Yes. But like everybody was warming. Everybody, like, the world is like all of these Europeans and all of these people from around the world who have come to America and had the time of their lives, which has made this World Cup so fun to be like, see, it's not like what you see on TV. Just like we would when we went to their place. The fact that now, like, this isn't going to have any impact on that. I don't think. Not for those people, but the narrative will come back to life on that. And it'll be, oh, here we go. Like, the Americans just bought off the FIFA officials. Oh, man. Can we just stop and realize again, back to the very original point, they made the wrong call. It was a bad call. And because it's this rule of soccer with a red card, he doesn't get to play the next game either because they made a terrible call. I have not seen one person anywhere say, yeah, I could see it. That's a red card. Not one. Like, it was a bad call, and it was going to cost a team that's in it their best player, or at least a player that's been playing the best in the key moment. There should be room to overturn that. And I do think if this was an American sport, they would review and repeal and do something like that. If this happened in the NBA Finals, well, one, a ref's not going to make a flagrant, a questionable.
The one that I keep thinking. Do you remember when
LeBron James? Yeah,
Draymond got suspended in the finals.
It's Draymond, though.
I know,
and so I just like.
We kind of just had this. Remember when Wemby punched somebody in the throat?
And the other difference with Draymond was it wasn't a bad call.
Yeah,
like this was a bad call.
True.
If there was a bad call, they just wouldn't make it. They just wouldn't make it, or they would fix it afterward. We do that all the time. We appeal suspensions. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I've got to plead ignorance. I don't know enough of the ins and outs to know why they couldn't just go look at that and be like, oh yeah, that was wrong. You can play. You're fine. Your punishment was that we took you out of the game.
That's
anyway.
The worst. That's the worst part of it, is that they went to review. That's the part where everybody is kind of, I think that's why other countries would be so upset about this, is that it's not it's not pre-VAR to say, yep, red card, you have a red card, you can't play on Monday. And then you see the review and you're like, what are you talking about? They went to the review though and said, yeah, that's a red card. Yeah, that's a red card. And that makes the call even worse. For one, that's the big argument now, is that you can't judge a call in slow motion of what it looks like. And so I don't know. Yesterday, Belgium had a press conference. Yesterday, they do the pre-match press conferences one day before. Quote of the day: I didn't know that at the World Cup, the 5th of July is actually the 1st of April. I thought it was an April Fool's joke.
All right, Belgium. All right, Belgium. Brandon says the decision to overturn the card was wrong, but if you're surprised FIFA is corrupt, I've got a boat to sell you. I'm fine with that. I think that probably comes from a place of soccer knowledge. Again, I don't know how crazy it is for them to do this. I know they made a red card change in this tournament with Ronaldo. You mentioned they've done this in a tournament before with Brazil. So again, at the end of the day, like I cannot believe yesterday when we saw that this has taken a political undertone, and I shouldn't be surprised by any of that kind of stuff now. But what I don't think is so many of these people pretending to be angry about it today were angry about it when the news came down. I don't think they got angry about it until they learned that the president called FIFA. And we don't even know what that was anyway, by the way. Like, we don't know that that had anything to do with it. Who knows? I mean, that's the White House looking to brag about anything they can brag about just after that. We called them. We made a phone call. Like, I don't know if that had anything to do with what FIFA. I don't really care, is my point. They got the call right. If it was, if Balogun did something bad and they were overturning the call, and it's like, ooh, that to me would be bad. But again, nobody thinks that was the right call. It was the wrong call. They got the call right. People are mad because they got the call right. And if you are, I would just ask you the question. Would you be equally angry if it was your president, your politically affiliated president, whoever that is, that made that same call and got that same result? Would you have the same energy? Because I can almost guarantee you that you wouldn't. And I think that's a sad place to go.
I think that the people that you're talking about are the minority here. I think that they
are too, but they're the like
overarching opinion here is Americans saying, that's sweet, we got him back, but if this happened to somebody else, I'd be cussing up the world probably. I think that that's where everybody feels right now. That's kind of what Brandon's saying. I think. I imagine Brandon. It is. I imagine Brandon sits here and he says,
probably a soccer guy saying that was wrong.
I think you don't even need to be a soccer guy to understand the connotations here of saying.
But was it wrong as a general observer? Was it wrong for them to overturn the red card?
I mean, it doesn't happen often.
But was it wrong?
Here. Was it wrong to overturn it?
All say? What was the first thing? What was the first thing all of us were saying and looking up? Can they overturn that? They got that wrong. Can we appeal that?
I know, but historically,
they've done it twice. They've done it this year.
No. Historically in sports, bad calls just are bad calls, and it sucks. Sorry. Like, that just happens.
Bad calls historically in sports don't linger into the next game like this. This is a unique soccer thing. And again, that's where this gets harder for me. Is because it's a unique like, we don't do this in other sports. We don't, except a flagrant 2, which is almost impossible to get wrong, by the way. Like, when you get to that level with a in the NFL, we see guys suspended. I think back to the fight with Myles Garrett, right? We have those moments, but those are very obvious. Like, yeah, that guy needs a suspension. I mean,
targeting is what to think of here.
Targeting is an interesting one,
because you get suspended for the first half of the next game.
Yep, that's an interesting one, and I'd have to go back and look. But again, I don't recall us sitting here after the fact in like the biggest moments. Like, you'd have to have targeting in this, like in a college football playoff game. There was a questionable targeting call that
for the best player for Jacob Rodriguez,
the best player on a defensive team, that eventually they go back and look at overturn that call. I don't think we've ever had that situation happen. So I don't know how to compare that to it. I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, like, I can't believe anybody's not just excited we got our best player back. Again, they got the call wrong. If they got the call right and this happened, that'd feel dirty. That would feel dirty. But to me, again, unless I've missed him, nobody has said, oh, yeah, he deserved to be kicked out of that game and the next game for that. Not one person said that.
I agree.
We had a guy get kicked in the face again last night. Like, you look at the red card they pulled last night versus the red card they gave to Balogun, and you're like, that cannot be the same color of card. Like, that guy went spikes high and literally took that dude out very obviously intentionally. How are these both the same thing? So America's got Balogun back. I hope tomorrow we have the discussion of, was that tainted because they got Balogun back and he scored a hat trick and they beat Belgium and advanced? Like, I really hope that's the discussion we get to have tomorrow and not this big nothing burger of,
so I think
it didn't matter anyway.
I think that the rest of the country is going to feel what it's like to be a Chiefs fan or a Patriots fan, right? Or I don't want to say the Astros because that's not the same.
They actually did cheat.
Yeah, that's different. But it's going to be the people who are having to wrestle with the fact of, that call kind of went Mahomes' way a little bit, but, the refs, they make bad calls every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bad call. It's fine. What bothers you about it is it lingered into the next game. Like, even if it was the red card that put him at, like, you can swallow that. That was the hardest part. I think we were in a text thread or with somebody. I was like, does he get to play the next game? Like, that's my first question, because, like, that's a crap call. Like, that can't linger. We got to be able to, they can appeal that, right? They'll lift the suspension for the next game. And I was like, no, I don't think they can. I'm like, why? Why can't they?
Maybe the funniest part of this is that now all the new soccer fans that are just getting into watching soccer and the first time they ever watched a World Cup because it's in their home country and the U.S. is good, every time there will be a red card for the rest of their lives. Like, appeal that. He's not gonna. Appeal that. They can do that. That happened. 2026.
Appeal. He's offside. He's on. Appeal the red card. I can't believe there's that many red cards. We've seen so many of them in this tournament. Is that normal? I don't know. Is it, soccer people? Is that normal to get that many red cards? We've seen a million of them. All right, we'll come back. We've got several other items to hit, headlines I missed earlier. We can talk about some of the other matches of the weekend in the World Cup. There were some really good ones yesterday. That's next on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Go! Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Thanks to Prayer Fire Coffee for keeping us fueled up after the long holiday weekend. Good commentary on this. John on YouTube says, I'm glad we got our guy back, but they didn't change the call, nor did anyone from FIFA say it was a bad call. They suspended the red card. Again, this is where my ignorance to it comes into play for sure. Somebody told me that it could come later or whatever, but I'm reading the definition of a red card suspension during the break here. It sounds like this is a thing after an appeal. I don't know why they did it. The provision states, according to FIFA, that the FIFA disciplinary committee may decide to suspend the enforcement of a previously imposed disciplinary sanction. I don't know. I don't know, TJ. I just know that it was a bad call. So maybe they don't want to admit it was a bad call. For me, I don't really care. I just am glad that the player that didn't deserve to be suspended by anyone's account that watched it happen, novice like me or expert, thought that it deserved a red card in the first place. Eventually the wrong of that was righted here, and the guy gets to play. like at the end of the day, that's all that matters to me. Like to me, that's all that matters because it's been a blast to watch Team USA. They've been a lot of fun. This guy's been incredible, and he shouldn't have gotten a red card in the first place. It was a bad call. It was a terrible call.
I think the fact that that it was a bad call helps Americans wrestle with the fact of saying, FIFA might be a little corrupt here. And they have
corrupt.
They have a history. That was my second thought. My first thought was, man, Belgium's got to be pissed. Second thought is now, man, that's not a good look for FIFA, for a company, for a league that has a history of people questioning its integrity and corruption. To be like, yeah, the host country, yeah, their best player can play. What if it wasn't Balogun? What if Tim Ream got a red card? Could Tim Ream play?
I don't know if the appeal process went the same way. I suppose
there's never been an appeal process.
I would want to know more. I'd be more interested if, the Ivory Coast's player was in the same situation. Would this same process play it? That would be the part where I would want to know, is this on the table for everyone? And I don't know.
It has to be. It better be now.
I genuinely don't know the answer to that.
I'm telling you, Sports Talk Radio in Belgium yesterday. I don't know what the time difference is there.
Belgium better not be afraid of this, though. Belgium's the top 10 team in the world. They've cleaned our clock for a century now. If you're Belgium and this worries you, then you've got the wrong mindset going into tonight.
Okay. Let's go to this avenue of this now. As an American, if Team USA goes out and Balogun scores 2 goals, you win a thriller game, upset Belgium. Is your victory lap even harder than what it was, or would it have been better if Balogun didn't play and you still won?
Oh, man. I won't care by that point, probably personally. Now, that's me personally. I'll just be excited that they won. It would have been, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would have been a little more thrilling if they were able to win without him. I don't know, probably, because there would be just that added element.
I think that one is that you'd beat your chest the harder to be like, we don't even need him. FIFA's trying to take us down. I think that there's a part of this too. I guess the better comparison would be: are you beating your chest harder than if this just didn't happen and you beat Belgium? Because I think you do a little bit. I think that there's part of this where it's like, yeah, they're trying to take us down, and we band together, we got him back, and then we upset Belgium.
And can we hit on that for a second? Because it also felt like that call was made against America that wouldn't be made.
That was part of it. That's part that hasn't been talked about, is that, those refs, there was all commentary in the first half already about, it, as I think I made the comparison of saying it's like the refs in Allen Fieldhouse, that you really don't want to let them have home cooking, but you do because you're in Allen Fieldhouse and you just feel 10,000 people bearing down on you. And sometimes you'll let some go KU's way. And if you do, you get just drugged through the mud for doing it. So then those refs in turn make bad calls against KU, trying to say, well, listen. I don't want you to think that we're KU favored here. We don't want you to think that we're making calls for the Americans. So we're going to make some terrible calls for a little bit.
Right.
And that kind of happened.
It does happen. It happens a lot.
So I think that happened, and then I think it turned into, what if, and honestly, I think we can be truthful about this. Balogun does that. They call it a yellow card because it probably should have been a yellow card. That they call a yellow card. The rest of the world, oh, of course, it's only a yellow for the Americans, right? It's because
nobody was watching that saying, oh yeah, that should be a red card.
I don't know.
That was a question. Okay, so Brandon brings this up last night, and I was about to. There was the red card last night in the England game. Was that a questionable red card? And this is what makes it hard for me. To me, that one looked bad.
Let me look.
And I don't think that one was questionable, but that's, again, to my eye, I don't know the letter of the law. I mean, he went spikes high and kicked the guy in the leg. And he lifted his leg to do it. Right? You're not making a play on that ball.
Yeah.
So is that a questionable red card?
That feels like a slide tackle. That doesn't feel like the same as the Balogun
Not
play.
even just a slide tackle, but a spikes high slide tackle that went higher as the guy jumped.
In my experience of playing FIFA, as a middle schooler not understanding the rules of soccer, I learned quickly that you better be touching the ball whenever you slide into guys, or you're going to get thrown out of the game.
But you
that
can't
was
ever
very
go
much
spikes high like that, can you?
I'd say if you caught a piece, no, you can't. That's the rule. But I think that it gets subjective, whatever it is, like Balogun, who technically was spikes high, stepping on somebody, is that, if you touch the ball and you're literally making a play on the ball and you accidentally make contact, but whenever you slide and, it looks like his foot was higher than the ball was.
Yeah. And then there was, look, last night's game, some calls now. There was, I thought that Mexico had earned another peek. Harry Kane kicked that dude right in the leg, totally missed the ball and just kicked that guy in the leg in the box. They tackled the guy on another one. That ref, and I thought he handled everything. They were fighting last night. Like, good luck, man. I don't know. This one, to me, none of them are as missed as, and Balogun fouled that guy. He just didn't need to be kicked out of the next game for what we saw. Like, there was nothing there to me. I'm like, what?
The jokes that are coming, the best part of the World Cup, for one, before the red card thing even happened, is the fact that somebody brought up they said the fact that Twitter has a auto translate feature now to where we can understand the jokes that other people are making. It's the best thing that's happened for the World Cup ever, because we're seeing these things translated from Portuguese and they're hilarious. This one is in English, but Troll Football, which has the Union Jack in the profile picture, put a video. It said how Team USA is going to play against Belgium now that they have the presidential red card immunity, and it's just targeting big hits. It's like the mashup of Ray Lewis just trucking guys.
They should. They should have done that anyway. They played soccer like American football just for fun. Look, I'm again, end of the day, we got Balogun back. The wrong of the call was righted. Right. He shouldn't have been suspended in the first place. He's not anymore. I don't know if President Trump's call to FIFA had anything to do with it. I don't know if they're just trying to dunk on the fact that it got changed and like, we talked to him. Okay. Like, I don't have a clue. And if you're really upset and if you're really angry, I would just ask you to take a step back real quick and ask what if that was President Obama that made that call? Would you still be angry?
I think that's not the way we need to go about this. The way that we need to go about this is, as soon as it happened, everybody on social media was saying, can they do that? I don't think they can do that. No, they can do that. No, they can't. No, they can't. Yeah, they can't. They can't appeal it. They can't. No, maybe not. So I think that, for the people that are saying that FIFA wasn't even considering it until a phone call was made, I think that's a little bit of naiveness. I think that obviously FIFA was watching the game and saying, I don't know if that was a red card.
What can we do here? That wasn't right. That was the wrong call.
Maybe there was something that pushed them over the edge, but I think to act like, hey, did you see the game the other day?
Or maybe FIFA's being FIFA and is like, we did just take the host country who's making us a whole lot of money's best player out of that game on a bad call. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe that's a bad business decision, which to me is the most likely outcome, honestly. Like the organization that is money before everything made a bad business decision and realized, we kind of made a bad business decision. We should probably do something about that. It makes a whole lot more sense for us if America is in this tournament than not. Why did we just take out their best player? And here's the other thing too, for me, that bugged me about all this is I'm watching, and this kind of takes us into some of yesterday's action, as we're watching the star players be stars every time they take the field. Haaland, a star yesterday, right? We've seen Messi be a star in this tournament. Mbappe, Harry Kane, like the stars have come out. And Balogun's been right there with all of them. And I do think a part of the appeal to this tournament for me this year is how good the great players have been. I don't know very many players. And the very few that I do know have all been awesome. And Balogun's right there with all of them. That also bugged me about all this. I'm like, well, what if he wants to get the Golden Boot award? Like, why not him? He's scoring like crazy. If they didn't pull him in the first half of the second half of the first game, he probably would have had at least one more. Like, I want to see that guy go for it too. So for me, I don't care because I haven't watched soccer my whole life and am somehow deeply offended that they did something they don't normally do. That's just me. Because I don't consume it that way. For me, I'm like, well, great. They got the call right and we got our best player back. Awesome. Let's go. Let's go beat Belgium tonight.
So I'm confused at this point now. There was a headline late in the night last night as the saga continues on. You probably didn't see this early headline. Jacob probably missed. Adam Crafton is he's the reporter for The Athletic FC, soccer reporter for The Athletic, if you don't get that. He posted last night, this was at 1:48 a.m. Kansas time. FIFA has granted Belgium the right to appeal against the suspension of Balogun's one-game ban. They have until 5 a.m. Monday Pacific time to make any submissions to be heard by representatives from FIFA Appeals Committee as Belgium continues to fight the ruling. I don't know if they did. I haven't seen that headline. I assume they did. I saw the headline yesterday that Belgium is lawyering up. This is Brendan Sorsby all over again, man. I'm so sick of lawyer talk in sports.
Did Bart de Wever make a call last night to the FIFA president? If you're wondering who Bart de Wever is, it is the Prime Minister of Belgium. I searched President of Belgium. They don't have one. They have a Prime Minister, or the Premier. Sorry, the Premier of Belgium is Bart de Wever. Now, is Mr. de Wever making a phone call? How much sway does he have? How many people could place Belgium on a map? That's not the same phone call. Sorry, it's not. Good luck, Belgium. Could you imagine if they now resuspend him?
Yeah, we changed our mind.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. We're gonna
that would be the most Sorsby thing that could have happened, to say you can play. Actually, no, FIFA has decided that you can't play.
No, you can't. No, you can't. We're not going to let you play. All right, we'll come back. We've got headlines I missed. We've got the other World Cup action of the weekend. Some Royals news, some other headlines. Darren Peterson goes off. It's all coming for you on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on the Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Head is down because Kareem can't play. I said, so what? Kareem can't play. We still gonna win. And they looked at me like, rookie, go sit down. We can't beat Philadelphia without Kareem. I said, man, we gonna win this game. Never fear. Magic is here.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
There it is. It's over, and the most valuable player is Magic Johnson. 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists. He starts at center, plays forward and guard, and leads the Los Angeles Lakers to a world championship 123-107 over Philadelphia without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
USA team can use a little magic tonight. Magic Johnson. Shout out there. Max is kicking it old school. He's angry with us for saying anything good has happened in basketball since the year 1995. Sports and What's on Tap brought to you in this hour by the Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring Calamansi Creamsicle. This vibrant summer sour brings a wave of exotic calamansi and juicy tangerine, while the finish smooths into a sea of tropical velvet thanks to a delicate dose of real coconut cream. WBC, pizza and beer made here. Glad to have you with us here for another hour of Sports Daily. We've got headlines I missed coming up in just a minute. We will get to the Cole Reagan's news. I believe that happened after we left the airways with you for the long holiday weekend. So we'll discuss that a little bit. Darren Peterson goes ballistic in his Summer League debut. We have that this hour as well to get into. And some other things. World Cup talk will continue as Team USA plays tonight. Bummer for Team Mexico last night. If you were watching that one, that was a pretty exciting game as well. There have been tons of them in this tournament. It's been a lot of fun, but We're glad to have you here with us over the air. You can call us at 869-1240. You can join any of the conversations on the video stream, Facebook, YouTube, X, your places for that. Thanks for watching us on 12 News Connected. Thanks for listening to us on the Odyssey app. You can email the show at sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. Without further ado, though, let's get to some headlines I missed.
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
Jacob, we have had this conversation in the past, but it is still driving me nuts about the fact that soccer announcers, commentators, better word, use countries in the plural tense, or not tense, plural version of words. For example, this is Nick Roadcap. I believe this guy is a play-by-play guy himself. He says, for example, it should be Argentina survives. They are saying Argentina survive.
Yeah, no, that's incorrect. We're in America. We can say, look, what do you think about the announcers, by the way? I will tell you, I think they're great. I think they're fun. I think they're all really good and interesting. And like, it feels like I'm getting different ones every time I'm watching, which is also kind of interesting. Headline you missed. Were you watching Mexico, England last night closely?
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch the call after the Mexican goal?
Probably not.
Oh man. Here I should have had Max grab this. Dang it, I should have had Max grab this. An explosion of Mexican passion.
I saw that, yeah.
I'm on the couch with my wife and my 3 kids, and we're watching the game, and he makes that call, and my eyes just go big, and I look over at my wife, and she kind of gives me like the side eye, like, and the kids are like, what? And I'm like, nothing. This is great. Oh man, I about lost it. I about died. That's, and where's that guy from? England, I think, or somewhere. Like wherever he's from, an explosion of Mexican passion is probably a perfectly normal thing to say.
Yep.
But here it's got other implications. What do you think about the use of the term brilliant?
Brilliant?
Because brilliant is the number 1 adjective used in the soccer broadcast.
This music is blaring. Oh my heavens. Inspired is a good one that they use as well. It's an inspired effort.
Yeah, inspired effort. Yeah,
that was a good one.
Okay.
All right, next headline. You brought it up earlier in the show. Darren Peterson is good.
Yeah,
28 points in his summer league debut.
That is not surprising. That's not surprising. He's going to be the best player in this class, which I already thought, but I still do feel like, and we got just a couple of glimpses of it. He can do things in basketball that other people can't do. Like, I don't know if it's in a level of athleticism, and even if he was just a shooter in the NBA, he's going to score a ton. But we know he's so explosive. This to me is a best case scenario. I know some KU fans will get annoyed by how good he's going to look because he's healthy now. But to me, it's just like, man, that's what he is. Like he wasn't healthy at Kansas. A huge, maybe the most disappointing sports story of the year. But he's so good, and I'm just not surprised by this at all.
All right, let's keep going. Let's go back to soccer. Molly, FSU Malls, is just like a funny Twitter account. She tweets all the time, a bunch of funny stuff. On July 1st, I assume this was post red card. She tweeted, FIFA is nothing more than an organized crime operation. Last night at noon, FIFA is such a world-class, respectable organization, a true beacon of integrity and transparency.
So obviously this is parody.
Yes.
Okay.
That's post red card and then post red card appeal. The two different things.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to baseball. We have some retirement news. Did you see this?
No, I don't think so.
6 umpires will retire after the end of the 2026 season. Most notably, the one that you know, CB Buckner is hanging it up.
Oh, the one I know is Angel Martinez is the one I was.
He's already done.
Yeah. Okay. Is Buckner notorious?
Not good at the balls and strikes thing per the players.
Okay. All right. Well, look, these unions are strong. They'll get some more. I don't worry. Everyone, we talk about ABS. It's become such an easy and simple thing. And you knew this was coming. Does it take away anything from the umpires at home plate? Like, have we lost some piece of baseball to get critical calls right? It takes 4 seconds. I think it's been great. And it didn't hurt the umpires at all. I don't think it did.
I think it's going to hurt the umpires in the fact that a lot of them are just going to get openly exposed to fans. And,
Wouldn't that be happening anyway?
I'm saying, I think that.
Could you be an umpire at the major league level if you consistently get balls and strikes wrong?
I agree. I'm saying that this will, move some umpires that consistently miss calls out of the game, probably.
Which is probably a good thing.
It's not a bad thing. Yeah. All right. Per Jim Salisbury, Philadelphia writer, Bryce Harper says he will compete in the home run derby if he can find the right pitcher to throw to him.
Oh man, I hope he does.
Jokes have stemmed from this, is why I'm telling you. Is one, whenever he won the home run derby with the Nationals, his dad threw to him. So I said, "Oh, what's going on with Dad? You don't like Dad anymore?" He said his dad hasn't thrown in a while. You wouldn't be able to throw consistent strikes. You need the right kind of pitcher, which then stems the really funny jokes of somebody. This guy quoted it with the entire Mets pitching staff. Stuff like that.
We have Junior Caminero, I know. So then Harper's a maybe. I think that's all we have. I just keep wondering. It feels like a really, 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 really long shot for Cags, but man, he'd be fun in the Derby just because he hits it so far when he hits it, and he hits it so hard. I think we just have Caminero confirmed. I don't think there's any more. So we'll see who goes in. It's always good. Like, I feel like you should always try to get Shohei in there, whether he wants to or not. It's a grind. We'll see. But Junior Caminero, good timing for him. That's not his first Derby. I hope Bryce Harper's in. I hope he joins.
All right. Lastly, Travis Kelce got married. Did you miss that headline?
I didn't. I will tell you that I have seen and consumed none of it, but I will because of my news duties during the day. Like, I keep up with these pop culture stories only because we have them mixed in through our hour-long newscast. If we didn't have that, I wouldn't know anything about pop culture anymore. Like, zilch. But I have been pretty up to speed on that one. Other than I saw Adam Sandler was the officiant.
Yeah, that's right.
I caught that note. But other than that, I didn't. Do we have any Andy Reid like pictures or sightings yet?
There hasn't been, but he has been. He did like a charity thing yesterday. Him and his wife. There were lots of questions asked of what he thought of the wedding. So thought it was beautiful.
Did he give good answers?
He thought it was beautiful.
No, good. That's sweet. He's been my favorite. Like, when he was asked and he was trying to play coy. That's probably been my favorite thing about the whole ceremony. But I saw they're donating a ton of money to a bunch of organizations as like quote unquote wedding gifts. Like, what a great, I hope they ride off into the sunset and have just like the best marriage and post life ever, because it feels like they could just always get it right. Like, if the country's going to obsess about a celebrity couple, that feels like a pretty good one to obsess about. Yep. So I'm happy. We read those stories and then it's like followed by a story about the Royals, TJ. And I'm like, God, let the Kelsey Swift, let that be our Royal thing.
Yeah, that's how I feel whenever I watch the Royals on TV this year too.
Yeah. Speaking of, we got to get into their Cole Reagan's news and a couple other stories. We're coming back with more Sports Daily right after this.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83-10-01 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on the Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cruz. TJ Cruz. Who's TJ Cruz? I don't know who that is, TJ. TJ Cleveland. So just browsing. Maybe I saw a cruise somewhere. We're glad to have you back in. We'll hit a couple of different things.
You're not going to believe this. TJ Cruz is a former quarterback at KU.
Oh, there you go. Another life.
TJ Cruz the fourth.
Past life. You'd be the fifth then.
Oh my gosh, it's Ted Cruz, not that Ted Cruz. Our Ted Cruz, the Chiefs' Ted Cruz. It's his son.
Really?
You know Ted Cruz? Do you ever meet him?
Okay. Yeah, different spelling of Cruz, but yes, CREWS.
Also different spelling of TJ. Shockingly enough, I don't know if you guys would have believed that.
Yeah, Ted Cruz he was just handling regular media inquiries back when I was day to day with the Chiefs. Now a big time Chiefs executive.
Now he's a Bears executive. He moved.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he went over there. That's right. Okay.
Side note.
So we get all kinds of Royals injury stuff. I believe we had the setback with Chris Bubich, which is a major bummer because it just continues to suppress his chances to get traded. I don't know if he'll even be back before the deadline. And he's a true free agent. So that one's a bummer. Cole Reagans is different. I don't think anybody thought Cole Reagans was ever getting traded. But now he's out for sure the rest of this year. He's going to have a UCL procedure. Again, they keep not saying Tommy John. And he even said in his presser, at least I know this one's not the 16-month recovery. So it must be something different. But it's still a problem. And he's likely not going to be ready by the start of next season. But it is what it is. I don't think they were trading him anyway. We get news that Vinny Pasquantino is close and that Kyle Isbell are close. And I think both of those guys have to at least be candidates to get traded. So this will all get real. The one thing that's been not positive, but definitive, TJ, in the last week or so, is that even that like outside chance that kept forcing its way in that they could get there is now going by the wayside. Like they're not even really a thought to get white hot and have a chance at this thing now. At 11 and a half games back in the division, they're the worst team in the American League. Sorry, they're a half game better than the Angels. They're 9 games back now of that wild card with all the injuries that are there. I mean, they do have some critical decisions to make, but we're starting to get some definition in how this is going to go for the next month.
Yeah. I don't even know what to think of the season anymore. You know, it felt like the Reagans thing was just the cherry on top of all the injuries that we have seen. I think that it's just, I don't know. I think the Reagans conversation is an interesting conversation to dig into of, you know, again, it's not like it's a disappointment. He got hurt, so it's not like he has been bad. I think that he was awesome, got hurt, came back from that, was good for a little bit, got hurt with something else again. Then it kind of lingered, and then he wasn't that good when he came back from that. Now he's hurt with this again, and it'll be another year, and then we'll see him next year. I think that, you can't really call it a disappointment, though, as a return for what you gave up, I think, because you gave up Aroldis Chapman that you signed to basically sign and trade.
Yeah, look, it was a good trade. Reagans came in with injury concern, right? That he was a Ranger, like he had, which is the team that I watched a lot. Like he came in with concern, and then he was awesome. And you're like, oh yeah, that was a great trade. Probably still was. I don't know what his long-term future looks like, but I'm like, speaking of the Rangers though, like you watch a guy like Jacob deGrom and all the procedures and work he's had done over the years, and he's dealing this year. So maybe it's just to get him back and let him go when he gets back. The one thing about those injuries are after the shock of how long it takes to recover from them, guys usually are pretty good when they come back.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be a part of anything this year. It is next year's fascinating. I don't know how do you gauge, and we've talked to Jalen Thompson about this, and he is cautioned for trading guys like Waka and whatever. Like, there's going to be an expectation for them to be good next year. And, Waka would be a part of that. I would say at his age, though, and like you've at least got to float it out there. because it's 2 years of control. He's been one of the best pitchers in the American League. He's getting up there in age. He's on a relatively cheap contract. So you got to at least take those calls. You got to at least take calls on Vinny Pasquantino. You got to at least take calls on Daniel Lynch. Like, there are some really good players that could help them next year that have to at least be candidates in a season where it feels like so many teams probably feel like they're in it and would be willing to be aggressive. That's where I keep landing with all this. Like, do I want to see him trade Waka? There is a part of me that's like, damn, it'd be nice to have him next year.
I know. I think if you trade him, I think that where I stand on it now is that if you trade him, it's fine, but you better get somebody that's not a high A prospect, right? I think that doesn't, it'll help you. You know, again, there could be a stud that's up here in 2 years, but I think that you've got to go get somebody that's either like a high AA or a AAA, like somebody that's going to contribute realistically maybe next year or the year after.
Yeah.
Because I think going and getting an 18-year-old prospect is not going to help.
No, not an 18-year-old, but I don't think you're trading him for that. You're trading him for like top prospects in an
Yeah. You are, but I'm saying is that
if that 18-year-old prospect is somebody's second or third best prospect in their system, then I don't care how old he is at that point.
But that's my thing though, is that you go get them
next year. Yeah.
Again, he might be a stud. He might be a stud in 5 years, you know? He might be a stud when Vinny Pasquantino isn't even here and Bobby Witt Jr.'s contract is about to expire and they got to figure out a way to do this and Salvador Perez is going to be retired and the entire, the core is going to be depleted by the time he gets called up. You got to get somebody that can help with this core right now. Not right now, but in the near future, because you've got it. That's what we keep saying is that if you were a team that was buying and you ended up with the Royals core, you think it's awesome. You'd love it. You'd say, this is a contender, right? This should be a playoff team.
Here's the internal conversation that has to be happening that we just aren't going to be privy to. If you trade Waka, you're trading a lot of money. If you traded Vinny, you'd be trading a lot of money. So if you're Piccolo and you can walk into John Sherman's office and be like, okay, here's what we got to figure out. We have great offers right now for Michael Waka. We can start a bidding war. I got to know, though, next year, is the intent to use all the money that we've got committed to these guys that I can go use in free agency to go find enough guys to put together a starting rotation? That's what I would have to know. I don't think they're going to have to spend a ton of money in the lineup next year. I think they can do what they've done and hope for the continued development of Jack Caglione, get healthy, and you feel pretty good about it. What I don't know is what happens to the rotation, but I'll be perfectly honest. I don't know what that looks like right now anyway, right? Like, they have been pretty good at identifying usable starters to like get as kick-ins in some of these trades. Kolek comes to mind. Bailey Falter hasn't worked out, but is another guy where it's like, that guy's made some starts. Let's get him back and see if he could help us out. So I think you got to start there, because if I know John Sherman's going to spend that same money in free agency, then if I'm Piccolo, I feel good about my chances to go identify a couple starters that we could bring in here and do something with. And that would lead me to trade. Daniel Lynch's numbers this year, there's not a reliever on the market that's going to be better than Daniel Lynch. There's just not. That's another guy. Like, what can you jack the price tag up on that? Everybody's basically in this thing minus 2 or 3 teams. Everybody needs help. Everybody certainly needs pitching help. We know they're going to trade Lane Thomas and they're going to trade Starling Marte and they're going to trade all those guys. And they'll probably get a couple of good players out of those deals collectively. And I would be honestly in those trades, that's where, to your point you just made, that's where I'm trying to kick back some relievers I can use next year.
Yeah.
Like when I'm trading Starling Marte, can you get me a young reliever that profiles to fit our bullpen next year?
Exactly. Again, you guys play, listeners, you people play fantasy football, dynasty or keeper or whatever it may be. The Royals are in a spot now where you have your team and you're looking at them and saying, we're not that bad, but what is going on? And so you have to make trades, but do you want to trade all of your top guys? No, because you want to find a way. It's useless if you can't compete the next year. And they're in a spot where they need to figure out a way to compete the next year. This is not the same as trading Zach Greinke on that Royals team, right?
No, it's not. It's not the same because we have high expectations, at least I do, and maybe that's me being naive to next year. It's not the same thing. Like I cannot look at that lineup and its young players, even if you just limit it to the 4 young guys of Michael Garcia, Carter Jensen, Jack Caglione, and Bobby Witt Jr. Even if you just took those guys, I can't look at that and be like, yeah, that's the same thing they were dealing with in 2018, because it's not the same thing. Those teams were, they have Salvi and Whit Merrifield.
And Bubba Starling.
Crickets. Crickets at that point. That's not the same thing as what they have now. Cole Reagans is the best pitcher to pitch for Kansas City since the World Series years. He's been hurt. So let's see what happens. Fire sale feels right to me. That's what I would do. And just get a collection, try to reinfuse this farm system to set it up, for years to come. Because that's the other part about the disappointment of this season is they have a lot of really good players that are going to be wanted by other teams. That doesn't always happen. They have a chance to have the second best starter on the trade market behind Tarek Skubal and make somebody's, consolation prize that missed on Skubal. They have a chance to have the best reliever on the market, Daniel Lynch. They have a chance to have specialist bats that people will probably be attracted to. And they have a lot to work with. I don't know if Bubic can get back and make like 1-2 starts before the deadline. That'd be real handy because he's worthless to them after this year. He's not a guy he's on an expiring contract. Can Vinny Pasquantino get back and put together 2-3 good weeks before the deadline and be a bat that somebody wants to acquire? I'm fine if not. He'll help them next year. But they have a lot of those kinds of guys. I think they should trade just about everybody. I can't think of a player on the fence where I'd say, yeah, don't trade him. They don't have a history of doing that, though. They didn't trade Lugo. They gave him a contract extension.
I don't know.
So I don't know that I believe they will trade those guys, but I do believe that they should.
Since we're doing Royals talk, we have not had a show since the Royals one of the losses over the weekend officially put them as the worst team in all of baseball. It has changed since. There is a new team that has entered the fold. Now the Angels are the worst team in baseball.
Yep, half game worse.
And the Royals are a half game better than them.
And I hate it. I'm so happy.
They also have the worst run differential in the entire league at -85. And the next closest is 72.
Does Q survive this?
I can't imagine.
I mean, I don't know. The Royals. The same. I don't know. I think his message after the loss Saturday was, well, we get to face a new starter tomorrow. Yes, you do. I don't think he does either. His overall win-loss record will be interesting to analyze. But I don't know how anybody on the planet hasn't watched and been disappointed in the outcomes of the last 2 seasons. How could you? Especially this season. But last year, too. They've invested a lot of money. They've got one of the top 3 players in baseball on the team. And they're probably not going to be there forever. They're building a new stadium. I don't know how he does. I think this deadline will be evaluated for a long time. I think they've done a good job at the last handful. This one's going to be evaluated for a long time. One way or the other, whether they were too aggressive or not aggressive enough. And I would much rather be too aggressive than not aggressive enough. With Bobby Witt Jr. on the roster, they got to get better. They got to get some better players in there. So we'll see what the Royals do. They play a full. I don't think they have any days off this week. So
they play tonight because they had a Friday day off because of the World
They had
Cup.
the weirdest schedule. So they'll finish that Philadelphia series, and then they hit the road to go to the Mets and the Orioles. So we'll keep you apprised on all of that. The other kind of story, TJ, is Darren Peterson, and you mentioned this in the headlines. Where did you have Peterson and DeBonsa? Who did you die on the hill of to be the better pro?
I think Peterson.
Okay. I'll give everybody a chance. We've seen one summer league game. I'll give everybody a chance. Right now, you can count it. You can say, you know what? I'm going back to Team Peterson if you went to Team DeBonsa. Take that chance if you'd like, because I think he's going to go ballistic. Now, he will in the summer league because that's this. And here's the most frustrating part. The summer league it's kind of like college basketball, right? Like that's what like we're going to see this and we're just going to be like, oh man, that's going to be tough. And then he'll have a rookie year and who knows whatever happens in a rookie year. But it's probably better that he ended up in Utah. I don't know if he feels that way, but it gives him a chip on the shoulder. I think it gives him a roster where he isn't competing for shots at all. I don't think. Am I missing anybody in Utah that he's competing for shots with? There's no Trae Young there.
No, he'll be the best player there next year.
So
I saved this by the way.
He can stay away from the noise. Like you think Utah, you think Salt Lake City media is going to go after him for what happened at Kansas?
Probably not.
They are not going to care.
There's a picture of him playing yesterday, or in that summer league game. Ace Bailey is the other young prospect. He was the number 3 pick, I believe, last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember exactly what it was. Last year, I think. He's number 19. Peterson's number 22. Somebody took a picture of the two of them on the back of their jerseys and said, "It's the new era." And someone said, "Welcome to 1922." And someone said, "You know what the most popular music genre was back in the 1920s? Jazz."
Oh, yeah, okay.
Thanks, Matt.
Was it jazz in the 1920s?
I assume jazz was big back then.
I would think big band, swing, kind of the swing music. The Roaring 20s. I don't think anybody was slowing down to smooth jazz in the Roaring 20s. It was lots of brass and party and what did my grandpa call them? Flappers or floppers? Oh man, that's a quick sidebar. No, I think Peterson's going to be awesome. I think he's going to be the best player in a great draft. I don't know what any of the other rookies did in their debuts in the summer league. No clue. But I think Darren Peterson's a star. And I think we will get the question we asked a lot during the season. When Darren Peterson's a star in the NBA, how's that going to feel to Kansas fans? How will Kansas fans feel about that? And I think it'll be about half and half. I think half will be like, that's awesome. Way to go. And the other half will be like, where the hell was that in college?
I think that you said it best earlier, is that I think if they watch him play and he is what we think he's going to be, I think you watch that and say, yeah, he was not healthy at Kansas.
He wasn't. We knew that. We've had enough conversations with people. I don't know that. I think there was a like a terror involved in it, honestly. But I think at the end of the day, clearly physically, it wasn't there. And we would see it in spurts and you'd be like, whoa. And then it wasn't there. And there was a fear. I don't know. I hope he's awesome. I think he will be. That debut was fun. And he becomes a really interesting story to watch in the Summer League. All right, we'll get you ready for Team USA. We'll take a look back at some of our other favorite moments of the World Cup from the rounds that have been played. There's been a lot of good moments in the soccer. We'll have it next on Sports Daily.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
the canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new local news live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83-10-01 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on the Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Sports Daily here. If you want to win some free HTO iced tea, you can do that right now by entering our text contest. Text the keyword tea to the short code 20357. You can enter once per day. Message and data rates apply. Go try the new Pineapple Crush if you'd like. It's a great mixer, great by itself. Sweet tea, Pineapple Crush. Those are good. Those coupons for a free tea good in either East Wichita, West Wichita, or Derby. All right, TJ, let's talk a little soccer here. It is soccer. It is not football. It is field.
We haven't
it is
played.
Pitch,
This
it
has
is
been
zero. It is not nil.
We've spent like an hour speaking about the World Cup, and Max has not played our soccer intro yet. The entire show.
You have that on standby, Max?
I feel like he has to have a button made for that by now.
We're going to need it because Team USA keeps winning. Are open wide for some soccer? Let's go. Let's go. What did we have yesterday? So we had Norway, Brazil, but I want to go back. Canada loses.
It's been a while, yeah. We haven't even spoke about since
Paraguay was great. I find you some sports hate, like my kids hate Paraguay.
No.
They do not like Paraguay. And I'm trying to explain to them, I'm like, guys, it's probably better if they win than France. And they're like, absolutely not. We don't like them. They remember back to the first game and they picked that enemy and they're dying on that hill. So that was a good outcome for them. Morocco looks awesome, by the way. I've been thinking that for a while. So we haven't had a show, though. Yeah, Canada went down. We haven't had a show since Argentina, Cape Verde.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think that's a top moment for me, and that ending was incredible.
That goal from Cabo Verde was unreal.
Unreal. That goal and Holland's goal like twirl thing that he did yesterday when he just squared that one up and then like makes it no emotion, does like a little twirl move at the end and just walks off. And that dude is a Viking.
Yep.
Like, he is wild to watch. It's been in Mexico into Mexico, England last night, which was as intense a watch as any we've had. Just sitting there, we knew it. I mean, Mexico just took shot after shot. Well, not really shot. They couldn't even get a shot off. That kind of like, so my inability to understand the true depths of soccer were on full display at the end of that game. Like, how can they not just get one in there? Like, to understand why England is so good and how they can do what they did last night. That's where soccer goes way over my head.
You and I watch, and it's kind of how, and it makes sense because I think about that as well. About whenever you watch, for a perfect example, we haven't spoke since I was at the round of 32 game in Kansas City on Friday. Colombia-Ghana was 1-0. Colombia scored 10 minutes in. Ghana literally never had a single shot on goal the entire game. I mean, they did not play well. They didn't play well for one. In like the beginning of the game, they looked terrible. Then they figured it out and they got a bunch of looks like in the box. And every single time it's like they hesitated, panicked, tried to make an extra pass and turned it over, or just shot and it wasn't not a terrible shot. It wasn't a good shot. They played really bad. And then you watch that and, you know, as I keep saying, soft brain, the smooth brain, smooth soccer brain, sees that and says, yeah, Ghana played bad. And it has to be the same way as when you watch a NFL game and you watch the whoever blank play against an awesome defense that has 5 turnovers forced. And we watch that and we're like, that defense is so good.
Yeah.
Other people watch that and say, that quarterback sucks, right?
Yeah. It is. Like, and so we're watching, and what did the announcer of the game last night said, this is the equivalent of a goal line stand in the Super Bowl, what England is doing right now. And I was like, okay, that helps. That helps me because you're seeing it and you know that they're outnumbered and you're just like, why can't they just send one in there and make it so noisy down there that something happens? That's what the Americans would do. I know how the Americans would play that. That's how they'd play that. That's why it's so wild and outrageous. And Mexico is similar, and it's how they gave up 2 goals. They got too aggressive, and a great team like England
in 2 minutes. Those are crazy goals too.
In the goals, and you're like, whoa,
man.
So that's what worries me a little bit about America, just because I know the frenetic pace at which they play. I saw what happened against Turkey with a couple of mistakes, and I'm like, well, what's Belgium going to do? So it was such a fun watch, though, and my family and kid, like everyone is just so team Mexico. You grow up in Texas, like you're so close to it. You know how many, and we saw it even here in Wichita. You just know how many people are associated with that team, that country, that fan base. And you're like, God, just get one, please. Far more to me than the association with Team Canada. Like I wanted Team Canada to win because they're our neighbors. But I'm not walking around seeing a lot of Team Canada jerseys, right? But Team Mexico's very ingrained here. And you're like, let's go. Like, take down England. Let's get them. Ah, man, that was an emotional watch last night.
It was. Jude Bellingham might be the best player on England, and I can't figure that out yet. I feel like he's just as good as Harry Kane is, right?
I think what Harry Kane did in the game before when they were down and he went and scored 2 in the second half was more impressive than what England did last night. When England was down and it was and you were like, God, they might lose this. And Kane went in the second half and found a way to score 2 goals. I thought it was the Congo, DR Congo.
Yeah.
It's like, Bellingham was just kind of right place, right time after Mexico mistakes last night.
Yeah.
To me, again, amateur soccer brain here. Don't take
this
that for
is
anything.
This is very stupid of me, but I'm going to throw this out here. We've had this conversation. I don't know if we had it on the air or not. People are watching the World Cup, getting excited about it and saying, I need to watch more soccer. This is awesome. I need to go pick a Premier League team. And American soccer fans, MLS fans are saying, no, you do not pick a Premier League team. Go find the nearest MLS team and go root for them. Go root for Sporting Kansas City. I don't care that they're bad. You root for them. And when they're good, you get to say that you root for them. You don't get to say, well, I only watch Chelsea. No, that's not how this works. But how much money needs to be invested to turn the MLS into, because if this was, the Olympics or the FIBA World Cup, every single player is a star in America, right? How much money would have to be invested? Because you've seen these contracts. They're unbelievable.
They're crazy.
Could you imagine a world where all these guys played in the same league? Because that's the one thing about soccer that's just so much for me to say, like, yeah, Harry Kane's awesome. You have to watch the German league to see him, right? Jude Bellingham's awesome. He doesn't play in the Premier League, though. He plays for Real.
Look, MLS right now, and it looks like, I can tell you who averages the highest attendance, and that's Atlanta, and has been for the last 5 years. Seattle, we know it's been Atlanta or Seattle every single season since 2009. Now, I don't know if that's because of the size of the stadium that they play in, probably has something to do with it, but attendance for the MLS has gone up every year just about. In its inception year of 1996, the average attendance across the league was around 17,000. Now it is averaging about 22,000. So, quick math on that. It's gone up. Attendance has gone up almost 23%.
Yeah.
In 20 years.
And listen, I understand, and I know that I sound like a stupid soccer idiot when I'm making those statements about trying to get the MLS and everything, and it's never going to be what it is over there and stuff like that. I understand there is. I've read a lot of stuff about this actually, about how the MLS is trying to stick themselves into that conversation, and it's going to be so hard because the MLS. I'm actually reading a book about this right now. It's pretty good. They can't because of the way that it's structured, because they're trying to make it like the NBA and the NFL. And it makes sense. There's salary caps. And in the Premier League, there's not. You can just go spend as much money as you want to spend because you can. So you want to come here, we'll pay you.
They should lift a cap in MLS.
They've changed the rules
come in
now.
And bring in a bunch of great players. Let them.
They've changed the rule now. I can't remember what exactly they call it, but it's basically the way they got David Beckham to the MLS of saying you get one player on your team that you can just pay whatever you want to pay. And that I think they've since moved it to 2, I believe, and that's how Messi came to the MLS. That's how Zlatan came to the MLS. Whenever he came over here and stuff like that. So they're gonna have to figure out a way eventually to get to a point and I think that this World Cup, that's why I'm saying all this, is that this World Cup is going to do so much for American soccer. Not one, because it's going to make people care about Team USA, and two, I think that people are going to start caring about the MLS more. The MLS can't spend as much money as the other teams because people don't watch it that much. And again, attendance is going up. Do you watch the MLS on TV? No, nobody knows how to watch the MLS on TV. It's so confusing. They don't even have a TV deal. It's on Apple TV streaming. You have to pay for a special pass to get the games. It's too confusing to watch the MLS. You can watch Premier League on cable every Saturday, basically. I think that's part of it too.
If Team USA was great, that's going to be the starting point, because I think Americans may be more inclined to play in the MLS. You don't have to live overseas. You don't do all that stuff. I don't know that the money's ever going to get there with the Premier League. It probably won't, but I don't think it has to.
It just has to find a way to be attractive. And right now, it's not even attractive to fans to watch.
I think it's doing fine. I think the problem for us here forever, like when is soccer? When is the Premier League played? What time of year?
I believe I know that this year it's about to start, but I think it was altered because of the World Cup schedule.
So that's the problem for most of us. It runs August 21st through May 30th. So now, okay, you're going to commit to Premier League, which you've said you'd do and you won't. But you say you will, because I've tried this.
I'll commit to the MLS.
You're not the first person to try this of a soccer casual. I wouldn't even say I was a soccer casual. I love the World Cup. That's about it. And the Olympics. But whatever. I'll watch anything live, by the way. You can give it to me. If it's live, I'm there. I'm in. But that's the time of year. So you're basically, when do they play? Like Saturday mornings? Is that right? They play on Saturday mornings?
In America, Saturday mornings, yes.
Well, whatever day it is. Yeah, for us. So, okay, you giving up college football? It's right in the middle of college football season.
It's true.
Giving up college basketball? It's right in the middle of college basketball season. You giving up the NFL? No, you're not. Like, that's the tough part, I think. What's changing is probably more young people are making soccer their first choice, not their fourth or fifth choice, like it would be for you or I. Like they don't play. If you were telling me they played the Premier League in the summertime and I could watch games in what would be like prime time for us, or even if I was just, okay, I'm going to just catch the games on a weekend morning, that's fine. And there was nothing else there. Like it's only competing with kind of baseball. So yeah, I might be more inclined to do that. Maybe.
Yep.
If my
hold on.
We've
got an official statement coming down with the 30 seconds that we have left in the show from the Belgian Red Devils. The Belgian national team has released a statement saying, after learning through media reports of FIFA's decision to lift the automatic suspension of player Balogun, the RBFA sent a letter to FIFA requesting a copy of the decision, explanation of the process that had been followed, and setting out its position regarding the applicable regulations. As its only response, FIFA sent a letter to the RBFA stating that it considered this correspondence to constitute an appeal, that a judge had been appointed, and that the RBFA had only a few hours to complete that appeal. No information whatsoever was provided by FIFA. This is a really long statement, and I'm not going to read the entire thing over the air.
So
it sounds like
they're SOL.
I think that they're just complaining again and just saying that, yeah, we could have appealed, but we only had like 2 hours to do it.
Can we just pause a moment? Sorry about your luck, Belgium. RBFA?
Royal Belgian Football Association.
But RBF.
I know.
Come on. That's great. That's fantastic. There's going to be a lot of RBF when we kick their tail tonight. Go America. Balogun scoring 4 goals. We're on to the round of 8.
We're up to 4. By tonight, we're going to be at 5.
We're breaking the curse. Here we go. Suck it, Belgium.